all. Hey, I'm so grateful to be here this motivational Monday in the Mom Link. If you haven't as yet, please press that green mansion at the top and become a member of this growing community on the Clubhouse app. Let's start talking about life, about our business, about our relationships, about everything else in between, not just about Chat GPT here on the Clubhouse. Let's start keeping it real with each other because I don't know about you all, but I'm tired of seeing Chat GPT everywhere. Let's be authentic. Let's be real. Let's learn from each other. And most importantly, let's get motivated to take action on the things that we desire, the things that we didn't even know we desired because we left it so dormant in our inner self. We were silent so many times in our life for things that once used to excite us as children that we ended up just staying mute, and whatever happened, all that excitement that we once had, it just stays within us and sometimes becomes forgotten. So this is what I'm going to talk about. Before we get into that whole dormant feeling that we have sometimes inside and how to, express it and really reignite it, definitely you want to be sharing this room out into the hallway. Let more people know what the conversation is all about on this motivational Monday. Ping more people into this room and make sure when you're sharing that you're writing something impactful that will get more people to come into the room and know. I don't know if this is something that we do in the Monday morning room, but I'm gonna do it because that's who I am and that's who I be. And what that means is I'm all about connection and collaboration. So if you have anything going on with yourself, please make sure to throw it into the chat. Write what you have going on. Put your links in. Don't be shy. Don't be stingy with it because you never know who needs you until you show up for yourself and stand up and take that chance. And when opportunity calls, you make sure that you're answering. So definitely put your information in there. We want to know what's going on with you all. And also, lastly, but not least, before we talk about this dormant feeling, make sure that you are clicking that link at the top and becoming a member of the $1 Million Mom Club. It is all about elevating, motivating, celebrating, and being a part of a like-minded community where we are building and inspiring each other one woman at a time. We got this, you got this. Now let's go. So, my name is Camille Jones, and I am a chapter president here in the Mom Link. And I am the founder of We Got This Mind and Body, where I encourage your busy women in business to truly learn to prioritize living a healthier lifestyle through by building up their energy, their confidence, but without those excessive workouts and fad diets. And it's truly through loving the skin that you are in every season, and it's working with my proven key areas of wellness, which is mindset, movement, metabolism, and maintenance. I have a spring fling session going on, spring fling challenge, I like to say, about loving the skin that you're in, that's coming up this April. You definitely want to connect with me to get some more information because I have some treats and everything else for all those that take immediate action. We're not about procrastination. So what is my talk about right now with you all? I'm super, 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 super excited to do this. I'm gonna tell you all this right now. I am doing this on a wing, meaning we are in this Mom Link. We are all about supporting each other, regardless. Just like you saw, Mary Kim jumped you. I don't even think that Crystal even finished saying what she had to say before Mary Kim's like, "I got you, girl." So what I'm doing right now is I got one of my sister queens right now, and I'm going to be taking over this segment here. But I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it with something that I just love talking about, that just comes natural to me, and it's wellness. And it's wellness through our voice. Remember, I was talking about that dormant feeling that we may not even know that we have still in us. That thing that once used to excite us, but because life got in the way, we forgot about it, or we started even second guessing it and saying maybe it was silly anyways. And that big magic idea was just gone. Well, it's time to reignite it. It's time to remember about it. And it's time to take action on it unapologetically. And the best way, and the number one thing that I did that got me into my wellness, that got me into understanding who Camille was, not externally, not what the world saw, but who I was internally, was when I found my voice. The power of our voice. It is our superpower. For so many years, us women have been silenced. silenced and told where our place should be. Even after we have achieved the capabilities of voting, even after we are now proving that we can be mothers and entrepreneurs and career ladies, we are still being silenced. Now, I was just on a call with a lady earlier on today, and she says, when I think of personal development with women, the only person that comes to mind is Lisa Nichols. Why is it that we only have one woman speaking about personal development and all of these men? Why? And, it got me thinking. It's not that there's only Lisa Nichols. It's because so many times when we say today's the day that we're going to speak up, when we do speak up, somebody else's opinion, a limiting belief, or, that anxiety comes where, again, we get shut back down. But when we are able to really, really say, no, my superpower is the voice that I speak, because everything that comes out of my mouth was created from a thought. And that thought is something that's completely unique to me. So that means that is a superpower. Forget having lightning bolts coming out of your hand or being able to fly. Being able to express who you are internally and stand up for your own self through your voice is your superpower. Now, when I think of the word voice, I like to talk about acronyms and why call it our superpower. So again, as I've said to you, is there's many a times where the things that we think that there's things that we desire and we think we get excited about that end up becoming silenced because of life or because of situations or other people's opinions. But when I started to really, really hound on that word voice and really actually just put it into action, my own words into action, my life change? Did wellness come into my life even greater? Wellness is not just about fitness. That's just one key in the key ring. So when I think about my voice, that superpower, I want us all to think about it like this. Voice, VOICE. We're going to go through the acronyms. Are you all rocking with me? Can I get some emojis up here so I can see that you're all listening or stay tuned in? This is the first time I've ever done this, ladies.
Doing
Honestly,
a
I've never.
fabulous job. Keep going, Camille.
Okay, good. Because I am totally winging this, ladies. But you know what? Anytime there's an opportunity, I'm going to come up and show up and use this voice, whether I stutter, whether I'm slurring, or whether it makes sense I'm doing it, because I know that it's going to make me 1% better for the next time. And I hope that inspires you too. If the opportunity comes, even if you're not ready, stay ready, because you can only be you, right? So you are always going to be ready. So with that word voice, I like to use it as an acronym. I'm going to go through them all on each word. V. V is what I stand for: visualization. We need to visualize who we want to become now. We have to act like the person that we desire to be. Like for myself, for instance, I love this saying that Oprah Winfrey says about fitness and weight loss. She says that you could decide halfway eating a bag of chips, that this is not for me. And the decision comes to the thought of, if I know I want to be more healthy, and I want to nourish my body with better foods, would somebody that nourishes their body with better foods sit here and eat a full bag of chips? Is that the person that I visualize I'm becoming? Would they do that? In one of my workshops, I do what I call your current self versus your future self. And when you're able to focus and understand where you are in the present, but who you need to become in the future, and start emulating it, visualize it, manifest it, write about it. It's you're getting into that feeling of already being coming that. There's energy, there's power, there's frequency, and it does align. So visualization, visualize that inspiration, visualize who you are. I visualize myself all. Oh, it's so powerful. I could smell where the setting that I'm at. I can taste it, I can breathe it. Mine is on stages. I know I'm there already. I already say that because I know it. I'm there. I'm already on those large stages all around the world, and I know you are too, through your own visualizations. O is huge one, and it is observe your thoughts. the power of observation, the power of being able to pull a seat and sit on it and look in front of your thoughts. So it's like if you think about your brain, I'm very very visual. I think about my front part being my conscious area and my little bit of my back part being my subconscious. So my observer is going to be even behind that subconscious, sitting back and just watching and observing the thoughts that are flowing through my conscious mind. Now, the importance of this is because we need to understand that our conscious mind is always in flight or fight mode. And what that is to protect us. It was very good back in the day in caveman eras when, we had to protect ourselves from, large animals and, be have that instinct. And we still need to have that instinct, that, feeling of um being cautious but without caution. You know what I mean? You still need to have that little bit of fight or flight, but our conscious has a way of using fight or flight to add into limiting beliefs. And as we know, our brain has over 60,000 thoughts and 59,000 of them are negative. Not negative because our mindset wants us to fail, but to protect us. Our mindset reminds us of the times in the past where we didn't fail. Oh, Camille, remember when you thought that and that happened? Do you want to go through that again? The mindset also, the conscious mind also makes us fear the future. Oh, what if? Oh no, maybe I shouldn't because what if? Why are we fearing about something that hasn't even happened yet? Because our mindset does it. And that's why we need to become the observer. Is this thought really aligning with me now? Is this guiding me to where I need to go right now? Or is it holding me back? Is it hindering me? Observe your own thoughts. Nobody could take those thoughts away from you. Nobody can speak the way you speak, birth the way you birth any children. So don't ever allow the thoughts or opinions of other people or even your own self block you. Build up that resistance to speaking up and using that voice. I is intention. When we start living our life with intention, having intentional movements, intentional thoughts, intentional actions, being in intention with the environment that we're in, our lenses become a lot more clear because we are coming there with a purpose. We are entering the room with a mission. We're not entering there blindly or nervous. We already have the intention of why we are here. We have the intention on the reason of why we're speaking up. Right? So when we start living a life of intention, we start to realize that everywhere that the universe will start to see, hey, you know what? She's aligning and doing everything she said she's going to do with intention. So we're going to start giving her back everything she asked. Ask and it's received, but it's only received through the action that you take. So be intentional. C is courage. I gotta make it a double C. You need to have that courage and the confidence. The courage to stand up and speak up. Have that courage to know that your voice is unique to you. Your perspective is unique to your experiences, to your life. And nobody could take that perspective away. But that perspective could be something that could be elevating or helping somebody else that may feel like as if, am I the only one in this world that has this feeling or goes through this? But when you're able to use that voice and have the courage, which is another C, builds up that confidence. Confidence is key. When I talk about wellness, it's not about trying to look back when we're 20 or trying to keep up with the social media Joneses. It's about being confident with who you are, your internal self. Because when that internal self is confident, that external says, thank you, baby, look at me, boom. And that's where you need to get. That's what dresses a body physically, not the clothing, not the shape, not the size, the confidence. And the last one is emancipation. I love to say this one and I love to sing it. So excuse my, no, not excuse it. I may not be able to sing on tone, but I can sing. Okay. So when it comes to emancipation, I love to say, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. What that is from a Bob Marley song called Redemption Song. And he says, emancipate. Oh gosh, I have a red bar. I hope you can hear me. Okay, it says it's talking about emancipating yourself from your own mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Once we can emancipate our own mind, when we can release the shackles that were brought to us from childhood, from our own limiting beliefs that were created from our parents, building up habits that no longer serve us, the amount of times that we've told to be quiet, But now we're getting emancipated and we're taking off those shackles and we are standing up because none but ourselves can free our minds. Nobody but ourselves. It's like there's a saying that Bob Proctor said. I don't know where he got it from. I know he got it from someone. And he says how you can't break from a prison that you don't know you're actually in. A lot of us don't even realize that our minds are in a we have locked our minds in a jail and we don't even realize it. It's not until we take that stand and we start writing through that visualization, we start observing our thoughts, we start living with that intention. We have the courage to say, not today, because we got that confidence. Are we able to emancipate ourselves and our voices? And when that emancipation comes, you will see that there is power in wellness. And how I tie this to wellness is because so many people, when they think about wellness or they think about what I do, they're like, oh gosh, here comes the fitness lady. Oh my gosh, here she goes. No, wellness is so much more than that. It's about rediscovering who you are internally. It's about nourishing that person that is you, mind, body, soul, spirit, all the time, and doing it unapologetically. It's like what Crystal said in her last segment. So many times we are so fixated on the outcome. We're fixated on the end result, even though there never really is an end result while we're living. Let me just say that right now. We're so fixated on okay, in 30 days, this is what I'm going to be because this is what it said it could be, that if we don't achieve what we are already fixated on based on that outcome, we automatically think that we're failures. We automatically think that this program didn't work or this coach didn't know what they were talking about. But in actuality, did you really trust the process? Did you really engulf yourself during that journey? Have you celebrated the fact that yesterday you were 1% less than you are today because of the action that you continuously take? Or are you so fixated on that outcome, that end result, that you are just not really celebrating that journey? And that's what I see with us women, especially us women in business. We're constantly going, going, going. We see our excellence in our children and say, you know what? Our children are great, so we're doing a good job. Until we look in that mirror and we look at that reflection and say, who is this person looking back at me? I don't recognize her. I once knew her. I kind of see somebody that resembles her, but where did she go? And that's what I don't want for any of us. I was there before. And it was through understanding the power of my voice. It was through me saying, I love me so much that I'm going to take this time. I don't care if my husband says, why are you spending our last XYZ on this coach to do this for your mental health and blah, blah. I said, that's why I'm doing it, honey. Don't ask me again. Don't ask me again. And I look at you straight in your eye because my wellness is my happiness. There's no such thing as a happy wife, a happy life from a man. No, that happy wife, happy life comes from that wife within. And when I say that wife, that's just a label. Let's start labeling ourselves with our names or who we see ourselves to be internally. Because remember, even our name was given to us. If that's not who you feel like, you use your power word, you use your power name, and you stand in your power unapologetically. You stand with that confidence. You stand. You stand. And when you stand, make sure that you take those steps. Take those steps in the direction of the journey that you want to go into. Take those actionable steps. Be around the environments with intention, like this room here. You're here with intention. So take these surroundings that you're with right now. Be intentional with it. Stand up for yourself and know that when you take time for your own wellness, when you take time to love into yourself, when you put yourself in communities that are not only there just to give you information but to also uplift you, to also see that they're also going through it too in their own way, in their own experiences, it's uplifting. If there's one thing this pandemic has really taught us is that we human beings, no matter how we cut the apple, we are social beings, whether it be with our animals, our relationship, our children, our friend, our neighbor. Even when we have flowers, for Pete's sakes, people talk to them and the flowers respond by blooming. We see it. You've seen it, right? With the oh, have you ever seen the water experiment? Where it's on YouTube, where people were talking mean to water, and then nice to water, and they froze it, and they could see the difference of the water that was talked mean to. Can you imagine that? That's how powerful frequency is. That when that water that was yelled at was brought out of the fridge, you could YouTube it. It was all cracked, but the water that was poured into, that was loved into, was a nice solid brick of ice. So we need to stop using our voices against our inner selves and stand up and speak up. Put ourselves in the arenas, in the community, such as the Mom Link here, such as any other community where you feel elevated in. And even through my business, I have discovered the power of community. So even that's why, I have now even combined and I can't even say the word, amalgamated. Yeah, I'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, I speak my own language, but but joined all together a lot of my women, and it's become absolutely phenomenal. And I can't wait to introduce it to you all. This is not a pitch or anything. It's more of me using my voice and getting excited. But you know what? I'm gonna say it here, right now. Even if you feel you're not in the area, in this place to be in right now, or you're feeling lost, use that voice to anybody. Just speak up to so I not anybody, to people that you know that are on your side, that really want to see you supportive, because you have no idea. It could be that conversation that gives you that aha moment. And I'll be vulnerable and tell you all right now. I'm gonna put it right here, right now. This amazing queen, Crystal, I called her, I think it was Friday, I called her with my head against the wall, banging it, saying, I just don't know if I'm coming or going in my own business. We got this, because I was creating a new program for the spring. And Crystal, just the power of community. She just, it's like she threw off her boots and said, and sat me down through the phone and said, listen here, girl, these are all of your pods. This is all of these amazingness about you. And this is all amazingness about your program. Now let's create it together as a community. And we sat there, and I have the most amazing spring fling challenge that was birthed out of my own inspiration, my own desires, my own passion. But it was really uplifted and brought into light because I used my voice and I went to my community. She's not even in the wellness. She just knows me through being in the community and seeing everything, because it's there's so much truth in, we all know that we're all born with greatness and that we're all great within. But it sometimes takes other people to remind us about how great we are to get us going. So I just want to say on this platform right here, Crystal from the Mom Link, again, because I was connected into a community that once never knew any of these women. I was able to call somebody. No longer can I say I'm the product of my environment, because trust me, there was nobody in my immediate environment that could have helped me the way that Crystal did. And that's why I say use that superpower, use that voice, join communities where like minded individuals, whether it be in your wellness, in your business, or just to be supported. And know that you have all the keys that you desire to have in your life, but it requires you to take action. It requires you to invest in yourself. We're always investing in our business, we're investing in our children, we're investing in this and that. But what about us? Why are we so, tomorrow, later? For us, we are the captains of our vessel. Invest in us. Level up and show up and see and prove to yourself that you can continuously strive and thrive. But it requires work, it requires action, and it requires being in like-minded communities. And I'm going to say it does require it. And if you don't, but if you want to challenge it, open up almost every personal development book that I could think of. The main topic, the things that they say, have a clear, definitive vision, focus. Every one of them say that. They talk about having that plan, creating that plan, just writing, just keep on writing. Three, being a part of, what, have you heard of mastermind classes? That's where we get mastermind from all the personal development. You want to be in arenas where you're able to level up pick on other people's perspectives, because then you're able to align it. Because right now, everything that we have is labeled based on our own perspectives and our experiences. But when we're able to align them together, we can really come up with, be very innovative. Remember, we're human. We have innovation, creativity, imagination, and intuition. Let's not take those beautiful blessings for granted. Only beings on this entire world that have that. And that's what masterminds do. But the most key part of every form of any book that you would ever read, just like Mary Kim has 3,000 books, so do like we all do. And one thing that they will always, always, always emphasize: immediate action. Not just regular action, not just basic action, but immediate action. And the reason it has to be immediate is because life happens. And remember, that limiting belief, that conscious mind is waiting there. It's waiting at that gate. You know, it's being that gatekeeper. Hey, remember when? But when we take that immediate action on the things that we desire and the things that we want right now, we will put it into play. We will get inspired. We will stay motivated. But if we give time for procrastination to come in, life happens, our mind starts going and flowing. So we need to start taking immediate action on everything that we desire in life. Whew. So that was 24 minutes of winging it. I appreciate you all. I don't know if I was supposed to speak it all, but I spoke it all because I just was, this is what was called upon me today in this Motivational Monday. And I really, 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 and Marjorie, I thank you for the heart. Marjorie is another chapter president here in the Mom Link. And she really hit me one time when, after she experienced one of my master classes of my current and future self masterclass. And she said, Camille, I had no idea wellness was even greater than fitness. I just see you just working out. I thought that's what it is. But there's so much more. And she got to experience one of my sessions and what it's all about. It's about truly knowing who you are internally, developing it, nourishing it through our building up on our mindset, being in that community, understanding who you are internally, building on those goals, creating that time you thought you didn't have by building up habits that become into your lifestyle that is continuous. And that's what wellness is all about. And Margie, I love that you brought that to my attention because, unfortunately, when it comes to wellness, we have to put a lot of fitness up first because eyes are what really guide us. And so many of us are always guided by the physicalities when in actuality, there's so much more. We're going to get that summer body. I'm going to get that for you, girlfriend. Trust me. But it's the wellness that's going to make it sustainable. We can do. I could work your ass off for 90 days. I could. Yeah. But if we don't put that foundation behind it, not just with the food, but with the mindset, with the community, with the remembrance of who you are, you're just going to end up being on that yo-yo, and we'll be back here again next year with the same story. So I wanted to thank you, Margie, for that too as well. I see you over here. And
You're
Camille,
welcome.
ladies, can I jump in really quick? OMG, Camille, I'm sitting here almost in tears listening to you because you ladies here on this stage truly represent what the Mom Link is supposed to be. Camille, that was so powerful. Literally, you had me in tears. Like, this is what women supporting women sounds, looks like, acts like. Like, this is women on this stage walking the talk of women truly supporting women. Camille, I adore you. All of you ladies here on this stage and in this room, continue to lift each other up, continue to support one another. Realize that actually each and every one of these women in this room is that person that you're looking for, is that resource you need in your business, is what is going to get you to where you want to go. And Camille, you said it best. 2023, ladies, with all of this, with the power of this community, all you got to do is take massive action. And what an incredible reminder. I love this room here today, ladies. Back over to you, Marjorie.
I just wanted to say, Camille, you hit it on the rock, on the nail, whatever, girlfriend. Absolutely love, love, love your share. And you know what, ladies? If there's anybody in there who just like Camille said, you're struggling with your self-confidence, you're struggling with your wellness, tap into Camille. She is the jam, she is the rock, she is the lady that's going to get your mind right, get your body back in line, but most importantly, your mind, because like she said, that's where it starts. So just wanted to put that little tidbit in, passing the mic back over to your girlfriend, Camille.
You ladies are the bomb.com. And again, this, I just want to emphasize too that when we speak here in the Mom Link, this is all from the heart. Everything I said today and what I shared, literally, I have no notes. I have nothing in front of me. I have a Tim Hortons coffee, but that's about it. And I'm just grateful that I was able to use my voice to express who I am and who I know you all are, who you know you are. And I really am just grateful to have this platform to be able to connect, collaborate. And I would love, love, love for y'all to give me a follow, to stay tuned, because April 11th is the commencement of the Spring Fling Love the Skin That You Are In challenge. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this as a community. Let's join together. No excuses. 2023, my word is consistency and repetition, because I am not that yo-yo. Let's say today we're not that yo-yo. We are staying, we're standing up, and we're staying up. And when we're up, we're going to bring that elevator down and pick up some more pioneers and bring them right back up to the top, because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be at the top by myself. I love my people, and I want to party like it's 1999 on that top with you all. So I love you all so very much. Again, I just winged it, so I have no idea what happens now. I'm being straight up with you all. Love you, ladies, but somebody take the mic, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. But I do know one thing. You got this. We got this. Now let's go. I love you all. Thank you so much for this great opportunity. I don't know who to send it to, though. Seriously.
I'm next. Thank you so much, Camille. Wow. Wow. I mean, gee, I'm just like, I don't even know how to follow that. I don't even know how to follow it. But I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. Girl, you are on fire. So before I get started with resetting the room, my name is Deanna.